Hello my friend, Terry Petrovic here, and welcome to my home office. We're going to continue our discussion about John Maxwell's book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Law number 7, the law of respect. People naturally follow leaders that are stronger than themselves. Now that's really important for you to think about and consider as you're building your business. Your leadership style and your ability to lead your prospects to the solutions that they want is vitally important. If you find that prospects and team members that you have are not listening to you or not getting involved with you, perhaps your leadership is not where it needs to be. People naturally follow leaders that are stronger than them. That's just the way it works. Somebody, again, we talked about if we had a leadership scale of 10 being the highest and 0 being the lowest, somebody who is at a leadership level of 6 is not going to go seek out somebody at a leadership level of 4. They're going to seek out somebody at a leadership level that is 7 or 8 or 9. People don't follow other people by accident, John goes on to say. People follow individuals that they believe can bring value to them and teach them and guide them and coach them to get where they want to go. Here's something that John says that's really important in terms of some of the qualities of leaders and leadership. When people respect you, they admire you. When people respect you as a friend, they love you. When they respect you as a leader, they will follow you. Now, if you sit back and reflect on the last maybe 3 or 6 months in terms of your business and how's it going, and more importantly, how is it growing, I want you to think about that. Are you well respected, or are you in a position where not too many people are following you? Think about that. Henry Kissinger said this. He said, a leader does not deserve the name unless he's willing to occasionally stand alone. Good leaders do what's right, even at the risk of failure and criticism. So as you think about how you're building your business, have you ever gone against the grain sometimes? Maybe because you thought intuitively and in your gut that it was the right thing to do? One of the things that I taught my children a long time ago is what people think of you is none of your business. And I hope you live your life and apply leadership in that same fashion. Because the truth is, people are going to judge you no matter who you are, no matter what you do. One measure of leadership is the caliber of people that choose to follow you. Think about that for a second. Who do you attract into your business? What's their caliber like? And again, if you are not at the level of leadership that you want to be, don't despair. Develop a plan, and that plan is personal development. And we talked about that a little bit earlier. What is your plan for personal development? What is your plan for leadership? John ends this chapter by saying, every leader can become a better leader. There's always room to grow. You can always go from a 6 to a 7, 8 to a 9, and even to a 10. It is your ability, though, to work on yourself, to listen, and to change. And change is not always easy. And sometimes when you have change, it's going to require you to get some outside help. That was chapter 7. Chapter 8, or Law 8, the law of intuition. Leaders evaluate everything with a leadership bias. You know how sometimes you just know that it's the right thing to do? And you've met people before that just use their intuition to decorate a house. They walk into a room and they can just spot things, and they said, oh, this should look this way, this should look that way. Well, a leader is going to go into every situation, every opportunity meeting, every prospecting meeting. They're going to assess the situation, and they're going to use questions, their experience, to figure out what is the best way to handle the situation at hand. A lot of people don't use their intuition, and that's okay, but odds are those individuals are not very strong leaders. Colin Powell, the retired general, says, you know, many leaders, they're going to have trouble leading if they worry about gathering all the facts. In fact, what he does is he collects about 40 to maybe 60% of the facts or data and then uses his intuition or gut. Do you lead by your gut or your intuition, or are you very, very scientific and methodical? While that data is good, you're not going to be able to instinctively react to any situation, whether that be a challenge, a prospect may come to you or somebody may give you. You want to be able to think on your feet. You want to be able to use your gut. You want to be able to use your intuition. That's what strong leaders do, and that's what I encourage you to do. You are what you see, John Maxwell says. Intuition comes from two things, and that is what your experiences are, as well as your natural God-given ability. Now, it's kind of hard to put your hands around that sometimes, but when you're working with your prospects and when you're working with your team, you have to develop this skill, and maybe this skill comes from simply repetition and working with people all the time. That's what you need to think about. You need to think about how do you work with people and how can you serve them and how do you communicate your message to them in a way that's meaningful for them. Leaders have the ability to take responsibility. They step back and they assess things, and then based on their assessment, based on their facts, they make good decisions. Leaders are at all levels. Intuition is at all levels. Some people have it and grasp it, and you can kind of see people sometimes walk into the room and they kind of like assess things, and they just have this presence about them. Maybe it's posture. And then some people just have no intuition at all from a leadership standpoint, and that's okay. You know, everybody is not going to be good at everything. But what John says is that if you have the desire and if you have some intuition, you can develop that into a real strong leadership intuition. And what that's going to do for you in your business, it's going to have you, put you in a position that you'll actually grow faster. You will impact people greater, and more people are going to be following you. And ultimately, that's what it's all about. This law of intuition is about you. It's about how you communicate. It's about how you assess. It's about how you make decisions and then how you communicate those decisions. So I hope that's been helpful for you today. Take these two laws and apply them to your life in some way. Think about, do you operate and do you use your intuition? Think about the people that follow you and the types of people that follow you. I hope this has been helpful. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter as well. My name is Terry Petrovic, and make it a better than terrific day. Take care. Bye-bye now.